How are you? Today I want to talk about sensory deprivation tanks, which I may have learned about or heard about for the first time around 10 years ago. But a sensory deprivation tank is also called an isolation tank or flotation tank because, as the name implies, you're floating and it is used for restricted environmental simulation therapy, which is called REST also. It's a shortening. And it is dark and soundproof and it's filled with a foot or less of salt water or magnesium. The first tank was designed in 1954 by John Lilly, who was an American doctor and a neuroscientist. He studied the origins of consciousness by cutting off all external stimuli. That's why he created the tank, which is really clever in my opinion. Uh, but his research actually took a controversial turn in the 1960s. And then he started experimenting with sensory deprivation while under the effects of LSD and ketamine to sedate and create a trance-like state. And actually, during the 1970s, commercial float tanks were created and began being studied for possible health benefits. But today they are quite common and also here in Iceland. And one day I would love to try them. And their popularity might be because there's been some scientific evidence that shows that time spent floating in a sensory deprivation tank can help even healthy people. So it can create muscle relaxation, it can help improve sleep, it can decrease pain and decrease stress and anxiety. It can also cause clearer thinking, more focus, and more creativity. So basically, you enter nude and are cut off from all stimulation, including sound, sight, and gravity. And as you float weightless, the brain is supposed to enter a deeply relaxed state. So you can even start to hallucinate. And many people have reported that they have hallucinated. So it basically induces psychosis-like experiences. Then you could also say that, yeah, thinking becomes more precise and you can concentrate better. So it can help students, for example, be a good idea. And from what I've read, it costs from around $50 to $100. So I think it would be worth it to try. It's a unique experience, I would imagine. There's also been some research on whether it improves athletic performance. So it has actually been found effective in speeding up recovery after strenuous physical training by reducing blood lactate. Even though it's not a big research, but I could imagine that it can help by relaxing the muscles and the lactate. It can relieve pain, like I said. So, like for example, tension headaches, muscle tension, and it treats whiplash-associated disorders, possibly, and like neck pain and stiffness, and reduced range of motion. Can help with paralysis, like when you're paralyzed, to somehow, yeah, make the body lighter. And it can even cause feelings of happiness and euphoria. So And people are more optimistic after going to the tank. People feel a deep inner peace, sudden spiritual insight, and even like they are born anew. Um, so I think, yeah, it has some amazing benefits. I'm gonna try it soon. It can be used with other therapies, like, but yeah, then that's basically what I wanted to talk about. What I've been studying and find it quite interesting. Thank you for listening and hope you learned something. Bye.